Hello there. I'm Eric from Black Duke Games, and today I'll be showing you around in Rise of the Merchants, an economic, political and trading simulation set in medieval Europe, which you might have guessed by the looks already. You start off as a merchant in a rundown settlement, which you can tell by the ruins scattered all over the place. I already gave my merchant a face, a name and some starting conditions. My starting settlement is Frankenhof, so let's help it thrive. Now my aim is to turn this little settlement into a bustling trading hub and eventually become influential governor. For that, we need to boost our reputation with the settlers by fulfilling their demands. At the produce exchange, we can see the goods that are needed here. Since we got only about 20 settlers living here, 3 units will suffice to fulfill a demand. But as the town grows, the demand will grow as well. And for starters, we already have a quest, which tells us to hire someone and purchase stone from Silbertal. Potential workers are found in the guild house, so let's pay it a visit. Here we have our potential workers, with all different age, skills and abilities. I want to hire 3 of them, 2 carriers and a guard. I'll pick Friedeberg, because he's the strongest of the bunch, although not that strong. Carrier 2 will be Lorraine, because she's just younger than Nancy. And for the guard, Waltrude is a good fit, because she has the most combat experience and can hear the bandits from a mile away. So let's create our first convoy. I'm picking a symbol first, so I can distinguish it. That'll come in handy when we have a whole fleet of them. Convoys can consist of carriers, pack animals, hauling teams with carts and wagons, and guards of course. So we're gonna pick the settlers we just hired and assign them. Our newly assembled convoy has a range of 40 fields, a capacity of 8, is fully rested and is sufficiently protected against bandits, I hope. But Waltrude will do a good job, I think. Let's go to the trading menu to get our folks on the way. Here you have all the settlements you can trade with, the goods they offer and how far away they are. Our aim is to get stone from Silbertal, so let's go there first. Now we entered the route planner and we can see the path our convoy is about to take. We're crossing 8 fields and various types of terrain, all having an impact on the journey. So, for example, mountainous fields take a bigger toll on vehicles, while wooded fields have a higher chance of an ambush. But it's only 1 field, and our convoy is well guarded. And the way is relatively short, so I'm not making too much fuss about it. Let's go. While the convoy is on its way, I'll show you around in the Shire. You're one of 15 settlements, all played by other merchants, and all separated by different distances and types of terrain. The center of the Shire is the Earl's Court. You can do quite a few interesting things here, but we'll get to that. Later on in the game, you'll be trading with settlements outside your Shire as well, but for now let's focus on ours. Our convoy has made its way to Silbertal, so let's start trading. First things first, we're getting the stone required for the quest. I'm buying 4 units to split the capacity evenly. I'm getting some iron ore as well to fulfill another demand. Alright, the convoy is fully loaded, so let's send it home. See you back in Frankenhof. We're back at home and I'm selling the purchased goods right away. You'll achieve the best price by fulfilling that initial demand. After that it goes down a bit. But for now, I'm okay with that. And as you can see, we reached a point from where the satisfaction goes up. It's easy in the beginning, but it gets tougher later on as more people enter your settlement. I'll send out my convoy again off-screen to make some more coin and increase that reputation even further. Alright, let's finish the quest. We got a blueprint for a tavern as a reward. Nice, but I'll get to that later. Because now that we made our first trades, let's focus on production, which is part of the next quest as well. Luckily, we already have our first temporary production buildings. The ruins I mentioned earlier will provide some resources until they're dismantled. We can deploy workers in the ruins to get clay, wood and stone. The strength of a worker increases the speed of production, and the dexterity will increase quality of the resources. So let's check the guild house again. There's only Nante left. She's not that strong but dexterous, but let's give it a shot. Now that we put a worker in, you might wonder why the gear isn't turning. In order for things to progress, we have to complete the payroll period and enter the next one. So let's check it out. As you do so, you get a summary of the goods you provided, how many people you still can employ, or if you have workers assigned to your production buildings. After entering the next payroll, settlers and convoys will be fully rested. Goods will be produced for 20 minutes and new folks will show up in the guild house. And as you can see, the gear in the ruin is turning. I've put in another worker so we get things done faster. Still not that efficient, but acceptable. In the future, I'll swap the workers so that goods of a higher quality will be possible. With these, much more coin can be made. But for starters, common goods work just fine. And we still have the tavern left to build. So off to the build menu. Here we have the administrative buildings, the production buildings, and buildings that still can be unlocked. Let's go back to the top where the tavern is. Let's place it somewhere. Close to the residential buildings is just fine for me. Here we go. Now in the tavern, you can meet some of the folks of your town. Invite them for a drink and get to know them. They might reveal their true potential. Eventually, all the guests here are inhabitants of the same settlement, so they might show up in the guild house where you can hire them. And you can make them a gift if you find a hint in the text. And that way you can gain a valuable favor and send settlers to special missions. I'll be visiting time and time again throughout the game, but don't overdo it, since the townfolk might think you're a drunk if you do so. So, just when I was about to resume trading, I stumbled onto an event in the marketplace. Let's see. A person in need. Seems like a beggar is smelling coin. Okay. Now I've got a few choices. If I give a generous donation, risk of theft in the settlement will increase significantly. But reputation with the settler and the settlement will rise. Bernal seems to be an intelligent fella. I think I'm on the middle ground here. 'Cause if I ignore him, he might get aggressive, I reckon. Now the risk of theft is slightly increased, because people saw that I'm generous. On the other hand, my reputation with him increased. Maybe I'll see him in the guild house one day. It may be worth the coins I spent. Now we see the events effect pinned up here. Different events will happen from time to time, but now let me keep on grinding. So I've been trading, fulfilling another quest, and I was able to build a church, which helps settlers overcome grief faster, which happens if they lose someone. And I was able to build a stable. Since I chose livestock breeder as a starting condition, animals will be cheaper for me. I'll buy the donkey first, so I can haul in more goods and get more distance. And the new settlers in the ruins seem to put in a good shift. They produce fast and in high quality even, but my warehouse is almost full. So let's upgrade it. I'm going to reinforce the interior walls. That'll make room for more goods. I'll be doing that quite a few times, once we really start producing. In the meantime, I've seen that there's a quest from the Earl's Court. They want me to deliver a treasure chest from Blauburg to Kaltenbach. I have already sent a well-guarded convoy, but let's hope no bandits cross our path. So let's load that chest on a convoy and off we go. Phew, lucky me, no ambush this time. So let's deliver that chest. Alright, we're getting reputation with the Earl, or Countess in this case, and a most valuable crown gilder. I'll show you how to make use of it later. Because, more importantly, by completing that quest, we fulfill Chapter 1 and get the blueprint for the Town Hall, where we can take part in elections and gain more influence. Hit it! Now, I could have done it the political way or even the sinister way, but I saw the quest and took my chance. Next up is the market concession. You know what? Since we gained reputation with the nobility, let's put it to good use. You remember the bandit camps I told you about? Their camps will appear at often used trading routes, and they'll grow if nothing's done about them. Before sending my convoy, I'll have this bandit camp cleared, and that's not just beneficial for me, but also for all the other merchants in the Shire. Now we have safe passage, and on top, we're getting a wooden crate. Back in the settlement, all convoys returned safe and sound, hence I made a pretty penny and directly reinvested some of the coins to build another residential building. So more people moved in, meaning we'll have more workforce available. Now I'll get the manor lord's privileges, meaning I can hire additional workers. And let's not forget about the crate we just got. Let's open it in the warehouse. We have some quality bread, simple jewelry, and a bronze sewing needle set, which I can use as a gift, and some coins on top. Not too bad, but much more important than the chest is the fact that I built the town hall. Here you have an overview of your economic balances, like at the end of a payroll, and your political stats. But the main thing is to take part in elections. I applied for the Warden of Works, because by choosing that, buildings are cheaper and production speed is increased. And I want to produce stuff. Now here we have the approval rates, which aren't in my favor right now, to be honest. I still need 15 secured votes to get that office. I can give a speech addressing different topics to gain more votes in one go, or I can talk directly to a settler and try different options. Like bribe, threaten, dismissal, or persuade. Now I really gotta take care and make sure to pick the right thing. I'll be back after doing some convincing. The election is over, I did good work, and I am now Warden of Works. So let's make good use of it and start producing. Now I'm using the crown guilder I've earned before and spend it at the Crown's Market at the Earl's Court. Here I can get special production buildings as well as upgrades. I'm going for the smokehouse, since it's quite versatile. And I know that I can efficiently catch fish in my home settlement. So that's a good start for a production chain. So, after some trading I earned enough coin to build a fishing hut and the smokehouse. And with the help of some skilled workers, I was not just able to produce smoked fish, but the quality version of it. I'm a bit excited, because as it happens, this ware is in high demand at the Earl's Court. And oh boy, we can kill two birds with one stone here, because by that we can finish chapter 2, get the market concession, and make a good profit. So let's pack the convoy and off we go. So let me load the quality smoked fish on my best convoy, plus a few units of the normal one for extra profit. This improved convoy can travel quite far, has good defense and features an ox and a cart, which increase distance and capacity. And let's hope the smell of the smoked fish doesn't attract any bandits. So let's get our convoy on its way and see you at the Earl's Court. Oh damn it, apparently the smoked fish smelled too good, and of course the convoy gets ambushed close to the Earl's Court. Let's see. We're slightly superior. Come on, here goes nothing. Yes, well done lads. Now let's continue the travel and sell our goods. Alright, I sold the quality goods at the Earl's Court, so now it's time to get that market concession. Hello again. I've been a busy merchant, and as you can see, Frankenhof prospered and I expanded the settlement quite a bit. I established various production chains, for example, growing grain, grinding it in the mill, and then turning that flour into bread at the bakery. I also built more residential buildings, allowing more people to move in, and thus increasing the number of workers. By doing that, I was able to really ramp up trade and production. On top of that, I now command a fleet of convoys with pack animals, wagons and guards that roam the Shire to increase my wealth. And on the outskirts of the settlement, I built the Den of Thieves. Let me show you what's up with that. Now here, you'll find the most devious settlers of your town. And you can interact with them just like in the tavern. But most importantly, it's the place where the player versus player aspects of our game is controlled. Available right now are arson attacks, rat infestation and theft. I'm going with a good old rat infestation, but I'm choosing another settler who fits the job. Lambrecht is a good choice. And he owes me a favor, just like the others here. To enhance chances, I'm equipping him with an iron cauldron that I got in store, so he can carry more rats. Our targeted settlement has no night watch, so the odds of not getting caught or ending up in a duel with a guard are even more in our favor. Of course, I have a night watch myself, for a better protection against sabotage. And the neat thing is, as long as you don't have a Den of Thieves, you're not part of that whole intrigue thing, so it's fully optional, but I want some action. Now, if everything goes smoothly, we'll be rewarded with reputation, a most valuable crown gilder, and points for upgrades. Let's start the mission, shall we? As you can see, our agent is on his way to do his dirty deeds, and I'll be back with the results after his arrival. So, Lambrecht released the rats. Let's hope it all goes well and he returns back home. Damn it, he got caught. So I have to make a choice here. I mean, I have the money for the fine, but I don't want him in jail. But I have some reputation left, which I can use to beg the nobility for mercy. I'll go with that, cause I need him. Better luck next time. And finally, I'd like to show you how it looks if you upgrade all of your buildings. Now, that once poor settlement has really grown into a city, and you'll be able to individualize it by choosing different kinds of roofings, walls, stone foundation and timber. Try building your own legacy and develop your bustling medieval trading hub in Rise of the Merchants. But how you get there is up to you. So long.